Imagine a kingdom filled with thousands, even millions, of tiny creatures. They have no leader standing in the middle of the colony giving orders. They have no written language, no machines, and no technology. Yet they can build tunnels, defend their homes, care for their young, control the conditions inside their nests, and work together as if they were one giant organism. These creatures are termites. Most people know termites as pests. They are famous for eating wood, damaging furniture, and sometimes causing serious problems for buildings. But that is only one small part of their story. In the wild, termites play a much bigger role. They are important decomposers. They help break down dead wood and other organic material, returning nutrients to the environment. They dig through the soil, create tunnels, improve water movement, and help shape the ecosystems around them. So how can an insect that can destroy a house also be an important part of a healthy forest? The answer is hidden inside the colony. The world of termites is quiet, but incredibly busy. Deep underground, inside tree trunks, or even behind the walls of buildings, thousands of termites can be working at the same time. Some are searching for food. Some are building tunnels. Others are caring for young termites. Some defend the colony, while others are responsible for reproduction. There is no single termite controlling everything. Instead, the entire colony works through a complex system of simple signals and behaviors. To understand this hidden civilization, we first need to understand how a termite colony is organized. Inside the colony, termites have different castes. There are workers, there are soldiers. There are reproductive termites, and at the center of the colony are the queen and the king. Each group has a different job, and almost every termite spends its life performing that role. The largest group is usually made up of worker termites. Workers are the backbone of the colony. They search for food, dig tunnels, repair the nest, clean the colony, and care for eggs and young termites. They also help feed other members of the colony that cannot feed themselves. What makes this even more impressive is that many termites have very limited vision. Instead of relying on sight, they depend heavily on their antennae and chemical signals. Their antennae can detect touch, odors, vibrations, and changes in their surroundings. This allows them to navigate through complete darkness, recognize other termites, find food, and respond to danger. In a way, their antennae act like a combination of eyes, a nose, and a sense of touch. Workers constantly move through the colony. Some dig, some carry food, some repair tunnels, some care for eggs. Others clean and maintain the nest. A single termite may not seem very impressive. But when thousands of termites perform different jobs at the same time, something remarkable happens. A highly organized society begins to emerge. And if workers are the backbone of the colony, soldiers are its shield. Soldier termites have one main purpose: protecting the colony. They often have larger heads and stronger jaws than worker termites. Some species use powerful jaws to bite attackers. Others can release defensive chemicals. And in some species, soldiers can even use their heads to block narrow entrances and prevent enemies from entering the nest. When danger approaches, soldiers move toward the threat. They can form defensive lines around important areas of the colony. Some species can even release sticky or irritating substances that make it difficult for predators to attack. But there is something unusual about termite soldiers. They are not designed to live independently. Because of their specialized bodies, some soldiers cannot feed themselves normally. Instead, workers provide them with food. The workers depend on soldiers for protection. The soldiers depend on workers for food. And the entire colony depends on the reproductive members to produce the next generation. At the center of this system is the termite queen. The queen is one of the most important individuals in the colony. Her body can become dramatically larger than that of ordinary termites. Her main job is reproduction. In some termite species, a queen can produce enormous numbers of eggs and continue doing so for many years. This allows the colony to keep growing. The queen does not need to search for food. She does not dig tunnels. She does not fight predators. Instead, other termites take care of her needs. Workers feed her, clean her, and protect her inside a secure part of the nest. And the queen is usually not alone. She is accompanied by the king. Unlike some other social insects, termites can maintain a long-term reproductive pair. The king stays close to the queen and continues to play a role in reproduction throughout the life of the colony. Together, they produce the next generations of termites. Some of their offspring become workers. Others become soldiers. And when the colony becomes mature enough, some develop into winged reproductive termites. These are the termites we often call swarmers or alates. Their purpose is completely different. They are not workers. They are not soldiers. They are future kings and queens. And their appearance can become one of the most dramatic events in the life of a termite colony. When environmental conditions are right, especially during the rainy season in many tropical regions, large numbers of winged termites leave the nest. They fly out in search of mates and suitable places to start new colonies. To humans, it may look like thousands of insects suddenly appearing around lights, but for termites, this is an essential part of their life cycle. After finding a mate, the pair lands and sheds its wings. Then they search for a dark, protected place where they can begin a new colony. If everything goes well, the pair becomes the king and queen of that new colony. The first workers eventually appear. The nest begins to grow. Food is collected. Young termites are cared for. Then the number of soldiers increases. And as the colony becomes larger and more stable, it eventually produces a new generation of winged termites. The cycle begins again. An old colony produces new colonies, and those colonies spread the species into new areas. But there is a major question. How do thousands or even millions of termites know what to do? There is no general giving commands. There is no central control room. There is no termite telling every worker where to go. Much of the answer lies in chemical communication. Termites use pheromones. Pheromones are chemical signals that can carry information from one termite to another. For example, when a worker discovers a food source, it can leave a chemical trail. Other termites detect that trail with their antennae and follow it. As more termites use the same path, the chemical signal can become stronger. Eventually, a major food route can form without any termite intentionally giving an order. The same basic principle can help the colony respond to danger. Chemical alarm signals can alert nearby termites and trigger defensive behavior. Termites can also communicate through physical contact and vibrations. Together, these simple signals create a surprisingly sophisticated communication system. This is one reason a termite colony can appear to have a single mind, but it doesn't. Each termite is responding to local information. It follows simple rules based on what it senses around it. Yet when thousands of individual responses happen at the same time, the result can be extremely complex. Scientists often describe this kind of behavior as collective intelligence or emergent behavior. And this ability becomes especially impressive when termites build their homes. A termite nest is much more than a pile of dirt. Some species construct large mounds that can reach several feet in height. Inside, there can be tunnels, chambers, nursery areas, food storage spaces, and protected areas for the queen. Some termite species even maintain special areas where they grow fungi for food. The construction materials are surprisingly simple: soil, water, organic material, saliva, and other materials found around the colony. Termites combine these materials to create structures that protect the colony from the outside environment. Some termite mounds also contain complex ventilation systems. Air can move through networks of tunnels and chambers. Heat and moisture can be redistributed. This helps create a more stable environment inside the nest, even when conditions outside change. There are no electric fans, no air conditioners, no mechanical ventilation systems. Just biology, architecture, and thousands of tiny workers. But termites are not only remarkable builders, they are also extremely efficient at finding and processing food. Many people think termites simply eat wood, but termite diets are actually much more diverse. Some species feed on dead wood. Others consume soil rich in organic material. Some feed on decaying plant matter. And some have developed an extraordinary relationship with fungi. Certain termites can be thought of as farmers. They collect organic material from their surroundings and bring it back to the nest. There, they grow specific fungi that have a mutually beneficial relationship with the colony. The fungi help break down material that would otherwise be difficult for the termites to use. The termites then consume the nutrients produced through this process. So instead of simply searching for food, these termites are actually cultivating a food source inside their own colony. This is one of the most fascinating examples of cooperation between insects and microorganisms. But how can termites consume wood in the first place? Wood is largely made of cellulose, a tough material that many animals cannot digest efficiently. Termites get help from microorganisms living inside their digestive systems. These microorganisms help break down cellulose and other difficult materials into forms the termites can use. So when a termite eats wood, it is not really working alone. An entire community of microscopic organisms inside its body is helping it process that food. And this ability makes termites extremely important in forests. Imagine a forest without decomposers. Trees fall, branches die, leaves accumulate. Dead plant material continues to build up. Termites help break down some of this material and return its nutrients to the ecosystem. They also dig through the soil. Their tunnels can increase soil porosity and help water move deeper underground. When rain falls, more water can enter the soil. Plant roots can access better conditions. Nutrients can continue cycling through the ecosystem. In this way, termite activity can influence much more than the colony itself. This is why termites can have two very different roles. Inside a house, they can be destructive pests. But inside a natural forest, they can be important ecosystem engineers. They help recycle organic material, reshape soil, and provide food for other animals. And not every termite species is a wood-eating pest. There are thousands of termite species around the world, and only a relatively small portion are considered serious pests of human structures. The rest have different lifestyles and diets. Some live primarily in soil. Some consume decaying plant material. Some feed on organic particles, and others cultivate fungi. Their influence can even extend beyond their own nests. Termite mounds can change the surrounding soil by moving minerals and organic material from one place to another. The tunnels they create can also change how water and air move through the ground. In some ecosystems, areas around termite mounds can become important sites for plant growth. So the influence of termites does not stop at the walls of their nest. It spreads into the surrounding environment. But when termites enter a human building, the story becomes very different. Wooden structures can provide an easy source of food and shelter. Because termites often work from inside the material, damage may not be obvious at first. They can continue feeding quietly for long periods of time. That is why they are often called silent destroyers. They do not need to make loud noises. They do not need to move quickly. They only need time. And by the time the damage becomes visible, part of the structure may already be weakened. This is what makes termites so interesting. The same creatures that can damage a wooden building can also help maintain a healthy forest. The same insect that looks like a pest from our perspective can be an important worker in nature. And perhaps the most impressive part of the termite world is not their size. It is their organization. Thousands, sometimes millions of individuals can work together without a central leader. They communicate through chemicals, touch, and vibrations. They divide tasks. They respond to changing conditions. They defend their colony. They care for their young. They build enormous structures. And they maintain an entire society in darkness. No blueprints, no machines, no computers, just simple biological rules repeated by thousands of individual termites. And somehow, those simple actions create something much bigger than any single termite: a civilization. When we walk through a forest and see a termite mound, we may only see a pile of soil. But underneath that surface, there may be a complex network of tunnels and chambers. Workers may be digging, soldiers may be guarding, young termites may be developing, and somewhere deep inside, the queen may be producing the next generation. Meanwhile, in another part of the forest, another colony may be breaking down a fallen tree and returning its nutrients to the soil. They work quietly. They don't seek attention. They don't build for human admiration. They simply follow a system that has allowed their kind to survive for an incredibly long time. And perhaps that is what makes termites so fascinating. They remind us that size does not determine importance. A single termite is tiny, but millions of termites working together can reshape soil, recycle nutrients, build enormous structures, influence vegetation, and support other parts of the ecosystem. They are not simply insects that eat wood, they are decomposers, builders, farmers, soldiers, and workers in one of nature's most organized societies, a hidden civilization that continues working in the darkness, even when we have no idea it is there. And the next time you see a termite mound, remember that what you're looking at is not simply a pile of dirt. It may be the entrance to an entire world. A world filled with workers, soldiers, a king, a queen, tunnels, nurseries, food systems, defenses, and millions of tiny decisions happening every day. No single termite controls the colony. Yet together, they create something extraordinary. Thousands of individuals, one colony, one purpose, and a hidden world that has been quietly changing the landscape around us for generations.